Hello, welcome. All right, it's Wednesday, so we're cooking. Oh, I got like, oh no, it's my strings. I was like, I already got food on my clothes, but I might because I've been cooking. Um, all right, it's Wednesday, so welcome. My name is Rachel Detroit, and we're working on some plant-based Mediterranean food. So, if you're wondering what is plant-based, or do I have to only eat vegetables and plants, or what it is here, as this term plant-based continues to emerge, and I continue to hear more and more about it, the term plant-based is now beginning to funnel into whole food plant-based eating, which is whole foods, right? Unprocessed foods that are plant-based and are oil-free, right? So more and more, that's what the term plant-based is being coined as. Although be weary of packaged foods because there's always little sneaky in there, right? All right, hello, welcome. My name is Rachel Detroit. Today we're going to make some, I called it a meat pie, right? So if you think about Mediterranean meat pies, right? So the Mediterranean meat pie, that's something I've been eating since I was a kid, and it's really popular in the Lebanese culture. I got some onions going over here. I have lentils. In these onions right now, I'm going to add in really big cloves of garlic. So I have red onions. I want this to be really flavorful. Um, Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but I'll get back on the meat pies. But let me show you. I'm going to show you the abundance of garlic that I'm using. Welcome, everybody who's watching. All right, so I have quite a bit of garlic right here. Okay, so, and I'm going to cook it down so that, a term that I always heard growing up from my mother, right? And what, she's the Mediterranean one. She's the one who always, I'm going to give these a little crush, break them down a little bit. But they're still very big. She is the one, cooking all this Mediterranean food, this Middle Eastern food that I really like. So, okay, so back to what is plant-based. I mean, if I finish that, but meat pies, that's what I was talking about. So they're generally made out of dough and bread, and inside of this, it's made, if you're making it the Middle Eastern way, of a meat pie. Not talking spinach pie, spanakopita, or whatever it's called. Drop it in the chat if you know what it's called, but not the Greek version of spinach pie that's flaky and delicious and beautiful. Um, just a Middle Eastern Lebanese meat pie. I've been really highlighting the foods I ate as a child. Anyway, so it's usually made in a triangle, right? And it's full. It's just full of meat and onions and spices. That's it. There's no vegetables in it, nothing. So I'm replicating it in a casserole type thing with lentils and onions and garlic. So I have this onion and garlic mixture cooking over here, and I want these. The goal is to get the garlic so soft. So right off the bat here, I got the onions pretty, I started to saute them in advance. I got these really large cloves of garlic going. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So I'm going to make this a very nourishing, creamy treat here. Delicious. And what I would recommend is that you eat it alongside a salad, a green, right? Don't just make this, right? Because this is going to be very carb heavy, which is not a problem, right? We're not anti-carb. It's about knowing what type of proportions to eat of the food. So this is very carb heavy. So you'll want to pair it. Some people follow McDougall's 50-50 plate. They do 50, if you're following a strict whole food plant-based diet, they do 50% of their plate as carbs and 50% is non-starchy vegetables, right? So, but anyways, what I'm saying is you don't just want to eat this. You want to throw some vegetables in there, like a big salad, maybe like a half cup to 1 cup portion, depending on what you eat. I'm going to add half a cup of soy milk to start. I've been really into using soy milk. I don't get much fat otherwise. All right, so I'm going to work that tomato paste in there, and I'm going to add another. I want this to be pretty saucy, so I'm going to add another half cup of soy milk, and we're going to go to town with the spices. This is really easy to make. You cook the lentils just as they are. I did 1 cup of lentils. It was 3 cups of water, 1 cup of lentils, and it made a decent amount here. I'm going to get this going. And we're going to throw the lentils in here too. So it's really just going to become an onion, lentil, tomato, spice party. All right, and so we're going to use this right here at 7 Spice. So if you're coming to my plant-based Mediterranean class this Saturday, this is one of the spices you've purchased. And if you notice this plant-based Mediterranean series, I've reused a lot of the spices so that if you did purchase them for the course, or if you're considering buying the course, there's quite a few more recipes that you can utilize these in. I'm going to post one tomorrow if you bought the Aleppo pepper for batata hadra, which is spicy potatoes. I made a sandwich, an avocado sandwich, and I'm going to post that tomorrow. So, and then in due course, I'm going to come out with a Mediterranean cookbook where these spices can get utilized again. All right, we got something in the chat. Janet says, hi, Janet. I too like soy milk. It's got a creamy texture. I know. The other plant-based milk seem watery. I know, me too. I feel the same way. And soy milk is new for me. I was like anti-soy, you know. It's so easy, you know, when following this type of diet, this lifestyle, to become anti-something. Like the plant-based nation is anti-coconut. I mean, I don't even want to get on the topic of coconut with some of y'all. All right, so this 7 Spice right here, I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon. But yeah, I love soy milk. It's so creamy. It's so good. So I got this 7 Spice in here. Got these garlic babies going. I'm going to add salt. Where did I put my little twist guy? And then in this pot, I already mentioned it before, but I'll share it again. I don't know if I mentioned it actually, but I have boiled potatoes, boiled white potatoes, boiled carrots, and boiled turnips. And the boiled turnips are to give, you know, my brain was leaning towards like a sourdoughy taste. So I wanted to, oh no, there's no water left in there, but there is in this water bottle. So I went with like a sourdoughy type taste for the potatoes. So that's why I put the boiled turnips in there, because turnips will give it kind of like a little bit of a bitter taste. Hydrate, stay hydrated, my friends. Let's see. My friend who was married to a Lebanese is making the 7 Spice blend from scratch for the Saturday class. That's super cool. I love it. That's, you know what, and I bet it's super accessible to do, and what a great way to keep it more natural, right? And that's what eating like this is all about. It's about finding the foods that are good quality. Why do we eat plant-based? Well, because it's like we can find the best quality stuff that's not like animal fat and well, I mean, and I'm not dogging the animal peeps, you know, like everybody do their thing. Just talking about the science. All right, so we got this roaring in here. I'm just going to show you guys how thick it is. I'm going to throw lentils in it. Let's see. The lighting is not the best. Let's see what we can do. No, it's not going to work for me. Wait, let me try one more shot, one more option. Okay, that's better. So this is what we got going on. It's not like the most beautiful, but we have red onions. I used red onions for more of a sharp taste. I have like a lot of like cloves of garlic. And then I added that 7 Spice, and I have a cup of soy milk. All right, I'm going to throw the lentils in. So this is 1 cup of dry lentils that I cooked. I'm going to put it all in here. And here's the thing. This isn't all, oops, smash. This isn't all going to go, it might, but it's not. It's not all going to go in that mixture, in that casserole. That would be a really big, you know, that's just a really big amount that I would have to eat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use half this amount, and I'm going to freeze the other half. And I'm going to use, I want to make it a little bit more liquidy, but I think I'm done with the soy milk. I think we're going to use real water here. So when I was getting ready to do this recipe, I really was like, you know what, Rachel, we're just going to wing it a little bit. Because the truth is, I've made so many shepherd's pies like this. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to make. But I've never, so I just added a half cup of water to this. But I've never really done this meat pie version, but I know the flavors. I know flavors, so the turnip's going to give that bread. I want all these big pieces of garlic in it. And then I'm going to put some slivered almonds. I'm going to get those boys involved too. All right. So this is looking pretty good. Let's get the potatoes going. I'm going to let that cook a little bit. Then we'll put it in the casserole plate, and then we'll be done. All right, so in here I have the boiled carrots, I have the turnips, and I have just some white potatoes. And I boiled them like a lot so that when I do this, it's really super easy. And I usually don't like to cook vegetables a lot. So I gotta put this on pretty high over here. Making some noise over here. All right. Okay, so nutritional yeast is going to be a part of this. It's not going to be too much. The top is going to be fairly, I want the taste of the turnips. I really want that to shine. We will do nutritional yeast. The dishwasher didn't do the dishes, and so I don't have my tablespoons washed. Oh wait, who's the dishwasher? I am. Okay, so we're going to do 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And so just so you guys know, 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons. So 1/8 of a cup is 2 tablespoons. Math. All right, so we got that going. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add a little bit of soy milk. And then we're going to get this all set up. We're going to put this down. We're going to put this on top, pop it in the oven. Beautiful. This is looking good, smelling fragrant and delicious. All right. So we got some more stuff in the chat. Have you ever used parsnips with the potatoes? Oh yeah. Parsnips are so good, and I would choose parsnips in here too. I had leftover turnip from pickling turnips and beets. So this was something that I literally just kind of went in the fridge and was like, this is going to be a great idea. Rach. Yeah, but parsnips, those are such good veggies. I love parsnips. All right, let's throw some salty salt in here. And then we'll taste the things. And then we're going to plate the things. Yum. Okay, cool. This looks awesome. That looks awesome. I'm going to bring it all over. Let me make some room so I don't spill or destruct anything. It's called being responsible. All right. Beautiful. Looks so good. Okay, let me give it a little taste. Oh, I brought the spoon is here. Oh, no, it's not. That's a used spoon. Ah! It's all right. The dishwasher will do it. She'll handle it all. All right, let's give this a shot and see what's going on in here. Oh, it looks so good with these garlics. I want to show it to you guys. So, so good. I just don't have the right tool set in place today. That's all right. We can't be perfect all the time, but man, take a look at how good this looks. So in here we have, oh, and it smells just amazing. The camera is not doing it justice. But we have lentils, we have red onions, lots of garlic, 7 spice. Oh, and it smells just, soy milk. So good. Whew. Okay. If that told you anything, we got a couple comments from YouTube. It says, When did you become inspired to make a whole series of to make a whole series out of reinvented Mediterranean classics? Rocking this. Such a brilliant collection of ideas that you are making. I appreciate the balance in it says the ing, but I'm just gonna take it as I appreciate. That's awesome. Thanks for liking what I'm doing. So the idea came from Chef Julia, who has been my friend, my mentor, has guided me through this. She was like, Rachel, just you're Middle Eastern, like that, it's a no-brainer. Do plant-based Mediterranean, and I was like, and she's told me this quite a few times. She's like, just she'll encourage me, but this time, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. And she said it to me, and I was like, got it. I'm gonna do it. And I just have been going wild with it. So I'm glad that you like it. Let's see, we got another thing. Do you have any family tradition or cultural recipes for the Easter holiday or equivalent for the spring season holiday? Oh, wow. So I'm making this hummus with hashwe in my upcoming class Saturday, and this hummus with hashwe, hashwe is usually a ground lamb and pine nut dish that you put on hummus, which is like a delicacy, which is usually served on Easter with lamb. So I'm making that. The spring salad that's in this class is another one that you could definitely bring to Easter. It's very light, and it's got the rose water to go with it. What else? Kusa, that's just a traditional one. But so there's a couple in the class. Let's see. This meat pie that I'm making is pretty darn good. There's a lot of good stuff. Let's see. Balance in ingredients. No problem. I have typos all the time. Thank you for the questions, Sam. Love it. All right, so I got this lentil stuff here, and I'm going to I have this size baking dish. It's called, what's the size called? Isn't it supposed to say? Maybe like, it's not the biggest one. If you know what it is, drop it in the chat for the friends. And it's got a little bit of like stuff on it, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. What size? But if you know, drop it in the chat. So I'm gonna put is that like 5 by maybe 9? I have no idea. All right, so I'm gonna cover the bottom of this. Oh, it smells so good. It looks so good. It might actually take all these lentils. You never know. But I'm going to cover the whole bottom of it, and I'll show you how thick the layer is. It has these, oh no, the oven. This has got to go in the oven, but it's all cooked, so I'm just going to get this oven up. Hi, I was baking earlier. I decided, and then I told myself, I was like, Rachel, you actually, like, great work baking this cake, but you actually have to do, like, your responsibilities first, right? I was like, but I wanted the cake. But I turned the oven off. That's what I'm saying. I had the oven on earlier. Not for this, though. I just got to be real. It wasn't for this. I totally didn't think about it. All right, so I'm putting these lentils in. Oh, it smells so good. Yum. Yeah, if you're enjoying the plant-based Mediterranean series, let me know. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see more of. This is ours. This is our creation. Like, let me know and I'll play, and I love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys. Whatever you like to see, I'll give it a shot. I don't care. I don't care. I'll try anything twice. Yeah, let me know if there's any. I've been thinking a lot about raw foods, like uncooked vegetables. I'm thinking about, man, I kind of need a body cleanse after all this really good food. I've just been eating a lot of really good food, and I kind of just need to eat like lettuce for like 9,000 weeks. All right, so I'm gonna put this potato turnip mixture, it's got carrots in it too on top. 9 by 13, yeah, that's it. Does it seem slightly larger than a sheet of paper? Yeah, yep, that's what it is. You got it. 9 by 13, that's the size of the pan. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I got this on top. You could go with or without the carrots. I just had them in the fridge, and they were just big, beautiful organic carrots. And I didn't like make a plan for why I bought these carrots. And I'm learning, right? Because part of growing in effectiveness is like learning, and I'm learning how to budget my grocery list better. It's like, Rachel, like I have a butternut squash over here. I have 2 bunches of radishes, and it's like, well, actually, Rachel, what you could do, you could make a plan of what you're actually going to make and then only buy ingredients that you're actually going to use. What? What a concept. So anyways, we're learning over here. What was my point? These carrots, I just wanted to use them. They were beautiful. I bought these beautiful carrots. So you could go with or without the carrots if you don't want the orange color. I went with for the reason. For thus said explained reason that I've already shared. All right, I'm going to cover this very well. You can top it with some toasted slivered almonds. You don't have to. All right. I've been kind of too nutty in this house. A little bit too nutty up in here because all my recipes that I'm taste testing, I have nuts in them lately. Not all, but and I just like eating them all. They just taste so good. Okay. If you lived here, you would know. So here we go. Oh, it's not that even. Look at me critique, right? But that's okay. We're learning. But anyways, I got the potatoes on top. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can adjust how this looks a little bit and kind of make it more even, the spread. Right? Why not? Okay, I'm with it. Yep. Just took a little bit of, right? So don't so be patient with yourself with learning and trying and right? So what I really just need to do is kind of press this all around to even it out, right? I just have taught myself how to be a chef. I don't know. Just making it up as I go along and it's working. All right. A lot of times we think we need like special training to do something. Anyways, well, there we go. Here's my meat pie. Mediterranean meat pie. It's so good. I'm going to put it in the oven. This oven is not preheated. I'm going to broil it. I'm just going to take the risk. I'm going to broil it on high because I want to show it to you guys. I'm going to broil it for 2 minutes. Shake things up a little bit. Push start. Let's see what happens. All right, so I got 2 minutes on here. Let's see. Thank you guys for still watching. Let's see. We got more things. So funny. That was going to be my Ask Mediterranean gone raw without a lot of fat. Right, with sprouted legumes. So I was thinking about like raw food, like even Americanized food. But I kind of need a break from all this. Whoo, your girl's been eating over here in Detroit. That is all that I can say. But so we have this plant-based Mediterranean class. I've worked pretty hard on it. I've been excited about it. It's going to come to a close, but you can always order it online. You can always buy it online. It'll be available for purchase. You could buy the recording after the class. But if you want to go to the class and hang out, you don't have to get the food to cook. You could get the food to cook. You could cook along just 1 or 2 things. You can, whatever you want. You could just watch and see how to do it on your own. That's available for purchase. You can get that on my website or you can get it on my Facebook page. It's also linked in my Instagram profile. It's not linked in my YouTube. I don't know how to do that, but maybe we'll learn. All right, we got 40 seconds on the broiler here. So if you want to come to that class, check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me the questions. I'd love to answer them. Quality of our questions is really important. So ask questions. I was a teacher for 8 years, so I love questions. All right, let's see what's going on in the oven here. Not much. Not much, guys. All right, let's do 2 more minutes. I want a little brown top on it. Yeah, so if you have any questions or have any thoughts, drop them in the chat. If you want to see this hang out, let me know if you want to see what's going on in there. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit, do a little work on the computer. It's tax season. We got to get the tax work done. And then there's 2023. It's like, when's taxes over? April or something? Got to get it together. So it's really cool, like learning how to be a small business owner. This has got 2 minutes, but I'll just yap about my experience of changing careers and becoming a business owner. I'm not even going to call it a small business because Rachel Detroit Coaching is the biggest business I've been a part of. It's the biggest business I've ever created. So, just going from a 9 to 5 type of job where I worked for a school district, a public school district, which is through the state in some cases, it's regulated through the state or whatever, I don't know, because it's public school teacher, and then just going from having that job with like what they tell you is safety, which is a paycheck every week and health insurance, and then coming to this point where it's just like you have to work for your paychecks every week, but then you get to kind of live in whatever, like you don't have to be anywhere at any certain time. And then you get health insurance through the government, through the marketplace. You could just buy your own health insurance. There's just a lot of different things that I just didn't think were accessible to me, because I got, so it's different. This is just going to need forever, I think. Just like Rachel. We're not going to get brown. That's what it's trying to tell me. I'm going to do 2 more minutes because I'm not a quitter. But the thing is, a lot of times we're scared to make a move because we don't know what's out there. We don't know, right? I was in the same career, the teacher, and I was a star teacher. I was everybody's favorite math teacher. Everybody got good grades in my class. Everybody passed me, hung out. I brought my guitar. I sang the students' songs. We just had a really good time all the time, and then I would lose it sometimes, and then because there's 30 of them. 30 of them and one of me, and they're all like, da 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 da, and my brain is already like, da 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 da, so it's just sometimes, and I'd be like, ah! And then I'd be like, I am sorry, you guys. It was fun though, and I've been running into a lot of my students lately in just really different ways at different like locations, and they're all grown-ups. You guys are like 20, 22. They're all like in the adulthood, like 10 years younger than me, but still, all right, I'm just like I'm just going to pull it out and show it to you guys. We're not crunchy on top. It's just not going to happen. Not in this video. It's going to happen later. All right, let me show you what I got, and we're going to close out. So this is a really easy dish to make, and it's really easy to freeze. So I have a couple other ebooks. The Chronic, it's like Chronic, no, not that one. Yeah, that one, Chronic Recipe Series 1 through 3 or something. It's on my website. And in 1 through 3, I think I have at least 2 versions of shepherd's pie, which is pretty good. But I love making these pies. I'll show it to you guys, and then we're going to sign off. That's kind of getting brown. I could have been a little more patient. So that is the pie. It smells so good. The top has I was going for like kind of like a sourdough-ish flavor, and it has like a sharp smell to it. And it smells so good. Here, I'll just give it a little taste while we're still here together, and then we'll sign off. All right, let's do the deed. We're just gonna go right in the pan. Beautiful. Let me show you what came out. A really good ratio of, I'll hold it higher. Oh, man. Oh, well, now we're getting wild. But anyways, it's a good ratio of potato to lentil to onion. And it tasted just like I thought it would. Super good. It's the meat pie without all the garbagey meat and bread and flour. It's not always garbagey, but it's a meat pie without all that. All right, I'll have this recipe posted tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me, and we will be back on next week. Check out my plant-based Mediterranean class. Check out my Facebook page. We got a lot of good stuff going on. My name's Rachel Detroit. I am signing off. Take good care. Bye.